Hello and welcome back to another episode on Fichthal the MaizePlus Experiment map. As per usual, doing the morning milk sale. The milk production is going down, but I think we have a few calves in near arrival, so arriving in near future. So that's no biggie. But today is the day when sugar beet is ready for harvest, and also grass is ready to be cut. So yeah, I have a lot of work to do, and I think it's gonna be quite a busy day. It's probably gonna be a two-part episode per day, and next episode is probably gonna be with the one that takes care of the grass. So second tedding, rowing, baling, and taking the bales back to the farm and putting them in the barn. Yeah, that's gonna be a biggie. But today I want to focus on the sugar beet. I have never done that before, not in any Let's Plays. So I think it's gonna be quite fun. Okay, in preparation for the sugar beet harvest, this is how we're gonna do it. The trailer is gonna be pulled by this tractor. The beet harvester is gonna be pulled by Valtra because it takes 185 horsepower, if I'm correct. Let me just check that real quick. So the harvest, yeah, 185. And that Deutz-Fahr is gonna have the foliage cutter on the front, and it's gonna clear the field first. Because it's a small field and it's really difficult if you have the cutter in front of your tractor and you pull the harvester behind. It's very easy to destroy a lot of crops, so I'm gonna do it in that manner. Maybe I could use the small Deutz-Fahr, but this bigger Deutz can actually have row crop tires or care tires, so it's gonna be even easier. Even if I do accidentally drive over some crop with the tractor, I'm not gonna destroy it. Okay, so first thing on the agenda, let me take this tractor with the trailer next to the field. It's gonna be ready for harvesting, and then I'll take a flight back, a taxi back, a helicopter to take me back to get the other tractors. I somehow feel that this tractor isn't gonna be able to handle the full trailer load of sugar beet, because I believe sugar beet is quite heavy per cubic meter, and this tractor is, you know, fairly small. And the trailer is humongous. So yeah, if that doesn't work, I'm gonna have to leave the trailer here and dump sugar beet on the ground, and then load it up with the telehandler. Yeah, gotta do everything to keep it realistic. Okay, this is our field, and I think the tractor is quite okay if I leave it here. Beacon off, tractor off, and let me go get the other tractor. So before I go to the store and get the foliage cutter or remover, I'm not exactly sure what the proper name is, I will put row crop tires on this tractor. Crow crop. Come on. Okay, let me squeeze through and customize. So wheel setup. Care wheels. Yeah. Customize. I'm not gonna put any weights on this tractor. I'm simply gonna take it as is, because the foliage cutter is really not heavy. It's just a big mower, basically. Not even that big. Basically just a mower. But it's designed to not damage the crop, so yep, gotta have that. And while I'm here, I'm gonna take care of both implements I need. So let me get Beet technology. Let's take this one and lease it. And let's go this one, manual discharge, of course. And let's lease it for 5 grand. Wow. That's not cheap. Hope it's gonna be worth it. Now where is the mower? It's over here. I need to align the tractor. Wait a sec. No, it's in this way. For a second I thought it's the other way around. Okay, just a little bit more. Yup, that's perfect. Let me try if this actually works. It does. Okay, good. So now I have to make my way to the field with this tractor. Okay, so I really don't need to take the helicopter back now. I can simply start and remove the toppers, the foliage, and drive tractor back. In between I can deliver or return the stopper back, and that will be all fine and dandy, I believe. So let me try this thing. Go to first gear, and I want to go fast. Let's go 6. Okay. Is it working? Yeah. So as you can see, it shreds toppers, but it leaves the sugar beet intact. This is how this machine is designed. Okay, now I need to do this for the whole field, and then I can start pulling the sugar beet out of the ground.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe.
Getting near the end of the foliage cutting. It looks pretty nice. I believe we're gonna get quite a lot of sugar beet out of this. Because root crops usually give you a lot of volume per square meter or per hectare. Otherwise, this seems to be a very healthy crop. I have no complaints on how this looks. As you can see, look at all those beets. This is gonna give us a lot of nice feeding material for our cows. It's gonna be for moisture food. Okay, already back at the store to pick up this grime or grime, not sure, I think it's grime beet harvester. Okay, big boy. No wonder it takes 185 horsepower to run it. This tractor is fairly fast, so we are gonna be in the field in no time. I do have to take corners a bit wider because the implement is very wide and it takes a different path than the tractor. But yeah, I think this is gonna be nice. So we paid quite a lot of money for both the implements, and it would probably be cheaper if I would simply be buying sugar beet straight up from the store, but hey, if I said I want to do an experiment, I'm gonna do an experiment. And this is a bumpy track, so I need to take it slow. Look at all those PTOs. Okay, so let me see. I need to unfold this somehow. Old harvester. Oh, it was unfolded already. Okay, let's take the pipe out. And I think this should be ready to start work. Okay, so 7 per hour seems to be about right. I really don't want to rush this job, even though it is gonna take me a lot of time to go through this field. Let's see, is it working? Working. Let me just see if we are picking everything up. Okay, no, I missed a row over here. Alright, so I will back up slightly and try again. I have to go more to the edge of the field. Yeah, I don't want to leave any beet left unturned. Wait a second. Wait a second. Am I destroying crop with my tires? Man, I'm destroying the crop with my tires. Okay. Okay. This won't do. I definitely need row crop tires. That's gonna be another expense. I didn't count on that. Ooh, it's a good thing I noticed it now when I'm at the start of this field, because otherwise I would destroy. You've seen it only left that little piece between the tires, that one row basically. Ooh, I was fully convinced that when the foliage is cut off you can drive on with regular tires, but it looks like you can't. Okay. Oh, change of plans. Now for another shock when I will be unable to get row crop tires for this tractor. Just you wait. Right. Let me try get these tires sorted out. It's gonna be another expense. Let's customize and let me see wheel setup. Yeah, imagine using these. Narrow tires. These are narrow tires. Do they count as row crop? I guess I could test it out in one of the oilseed radish fields. Or are they just narrow tires, as narrow, quote-unquote, narrower than the regular ones? That's a shame. Unforeseen consequences, eh? Okay, now another thing. I don't know if I can drive on this oilseed radish with regular tires or not. Well, let me go to the sugar beet field and test them out. If I destroy just a little bit more, it's not gonna be too detrimental, so yeah, unforeseen consequences. Okay, test number 2, or try number 2. So I will go here when the crop is still good, and let me put the drone out. Okay, so these actually work. Am I right? The back ones too? Yep. The beet is left unharmed. Okay, so we can put row crop tires on this tractor. I was unaware because they are very wide, or well, they look wider. You know, they don't look like they would go in between the rows. Okay. So, let's try again. So we only brought in 245 liters till now. And this should go up much faster now, yeah. These are the numbers I'm used to. Yeah, see, already at 1500 almost. Okay, I can turn the beacons off. I don't need the flashing. How does this look? Do the rear tires steer? They should steer, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they steer. Okay, and we're almost at a full upper capacity. So, looks like we're gonna get huge amount of this off this field. And let me turn around somewhere. And then maybe take the pipe off. Pipe in. Yeah, that's it. So I can actually go in between these trees and the field. Even though this is gonna get full very fast, I think. I'm gonna have to position it in a way that I can unload. As you can see, the hopper is getting very, very full. And okay, we're full. I'm thinking of positioning this harvester somewhere on the road. Somewhere like here. It's gonna get easier when the field is gonna be harvested more. So yeah, because we're gonna be able to turn around. But if you imagine from one pass, that's what, one, even half of a pass of a field, we got 6,000 liters. So I think we're gonna have plenty of sugar beet. It's perfect. And then we're gonna have to shred everything. But I think I'm gonna shred it as I use it, because otherwise it might just rot away if it's shredded in advance. Okay, now I have to start emptying. Are we doing it? We're doing it. And no, I can't. I was thinking if I could lower it so they don't drop as hard. But yeah, this is a very sturdy fruit, so it should be okay even if I drop it a bit. So in order to store this yield, I can dump it straight into a shed. I could do that. That's one way of doing it. I could build a silo. It's basically the same bunker silo as is for... Let me just show you, as is for silaging and stuff like that. Let me just find it. It should be under MaizePlus. Okay, I have too many silos. Yeah, this one. So you can put in chaff, grass or hay, or you can put in potatoes and sugar beet, and without compacting you just cover it and it stays stored in that silo. So yeah, that might be an option, but I think I'm gonna dump it into one of the sheds from where I can take it when I need it. Are we good? Yeah, we're good. I really want to take time with this episode, with this sugar beet harvest, because we are doing it first. So it's first time we're doing it, and we are not gonna be doing it a lot compared to mowing, for example. We mow, you know, 2 times, 3 times a year, but sugar beet is only once a year. So yeah, I can take time with this. Do the whole episode for this only. Okay, we are already halfway full, almost. Almost halfway full. I'm probably missing some of the beets. I can always fix it later. Yeah, and as you can see on the yield map, it's yielding very high. Almost at 125%, where the soil is right for it. And it's at around 100% where the soil is not as supportive for this crop. Alright, so this is gonna be another full load very soon, and I think the trailer can take 3 full loads of the beet harvester. Oh, completely missed it. Where did we stop harvesting? Okay, auger out. Let's go get the tractor again. Yeah, this is gonna take some time, take a while. It would be nice if I would have a lorry of some sort to transport all this in one go, but sadly I don't. And this is how things go in farming. You do what you have to do with the equipment you have. You lease what you don't have, or maybe you have friends that help you on the other farms that do have the equipment you need. But yeah, in the end, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, let me unload. And we have stopped here. Okay. So for the... Yeah, don't do that. Don't run over the running PTO. That's very dangerous. Anyway, the sugar beet gets picked up by these wheels. So they have to be aligned with the rows. And they get dropped onto those wheels there that take off any dirt and the rest of the foliage, and then sugar beet gets thrown onto these rotating discs that clean them even more, and then they get dropped on this conveyor belt that picks them up and takes them over and drops them into this silo. So this is how this machine works. And I think it's a very, what do they call? A marvel of engineering. Yeah. That's what this is, a marvel of engineering. Yeah, as you can see on the yield map, we're getting a lot of beet. So I'm gonna do one more full load of this harvester, and then I'm going to make a time lapse to the end of this field, because otherwise we're gonna be here for a long time. For a long time. And this is a 5 row. If you see, there are 5 discs, 6 discs And if you have your tractor on the middle row on the 5, you're definitely gonna pick everything up. It looks like I'm not gonna be able to make it to the end of this row. I'm gonna bring the trailer over, and then I'm gonna have to... Oh, we're still gonna have some space. Okay. Yeah, but you can hear the struggle in the engine. This Fendt does not like the weight. And it's gonna have even more weight in very soon. Oh, poor little tractor. I'm abusing it. Things I do for cows. Alright, let me continue in the time lapse.
Try to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Blocking up the traffic all the way home. Oh man, but we do have 22 cubic meters of sugar beet in our trailer, so that's no surprise, but still it's not a pretty sight. Oh man. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking because this tractor has 115 horsepower, and the other, the Deutz-Fahr that we used to harvest, to cut the foliage, that one actually has 143 horsepower. I'm thinking when I get to the farm, I'm gonna change tractors. Gotta put regular tires back on that. Yeah. Gotta put regular tires back on the Deutz-Fahr, and come on, just a little bit more. Yeah, use that clutch. Gonna burn it. Yeah, this is struggle much, but I think after this everything will be mostly downhill, so yeah. I would chalk that as a success. Made it. Oh man. Poor Fendt. I really abused it with this thing. Right, so I've been thinking, where do I dump all this sugar beet? And I think that shed where we keep... Oh, come on, I lost the whole momentum. So yeah, that shed with doors over there, it's open. I think that's gonna be perfect, because it has quite a lot of room. Although this one also has a lot of room. Yeah. Yeah, if I take everything out from here... Yeah, don't worry, I'm not gonna use those far to tow the trailer. That would right out murder this tractor. Okay, so let me get this Deutz-Fahr and put some wider tires on, because we're gonna need them for traction, and so we don't sink into the field. no care wheels. Yeah, these are the regular tires, customized, yes. And I'm thinking of putting a front weight on. First, let me try and dump this somewhere in the middle of the yard. Somewhere like this. Can I? Will it let me? It will. I was wondering... oh no. Oh no, I got the wheel stuck inside. Yeah. Gotta be more careful. Okay, let me take the trailer off. Yeah, so I was wondering how much volume does one trailer load hold, and it seems it's pretty manageable. Because judging on the size of the field that we already harvested, the area we already harvested, it's gonna be maybe 2 more trailers. Something like that. But I think it's gonna be 2 more trailers. Let me put the weight on. Because I want to have the most traction on these wheels as I possibly can have. Yeah, I hope this is gonna be better now. And I think I'm gonna have to buy a bucket for handling sugar beet potatoes and stuff like that. Root crops, basically. So I do realize that you probably aren't able to see anything on this field when I'm doing a time lapse. Especially not when I'm outside of the cab. And I know that when I'm inside of the cab and do all this looking around, it's not much of a quality tape. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do this rest of the field off screen. You have seen how this looks like, the harvesting, and I really don't want to have bad recordings just because I want to show you everything. But yeah, you basically seen how this goes, and I'm gonna log back in on the farm when I'm gonna be... Okay, this is empty. When I'm gonna be emptying out the or transferring sugar beet into the barn. Yeah, because I really don't want to have you suffer through this. I want you to enjoy the videos I make. The vlogs, if I can say so. Because yeah, you can see from the cab view, you can actually see quite well where the sugar beet hasn't been harvested yet. But if I go from the outside, it is visible from this side, but when I go that way, it's, you know, barely... It's mostly invisible. So yeah, I'm gonna do this off screen, and I'm gonna tag back in when I'm gonna be loading or moving sugar beet into the barn. Okay, so it is slightly better, this tractor, even though I'm still clutch riding, but it's slightly better. So this is the second trailer I'm taking to the farm, and I think I will go get the... Let me put 2 gears down, yeah. Okay, there seems to be a traffic jam. I'm just gonna go around. Luckily, the store has 2 entrances. Now, where are we? We have gone shopping. Let me check. Yeah, I was looking at this case. This is such a beautiful tractor. I don't think there's many of them in Germany, but there may be some. Anyway, focus. Telehandler tool, and this. This is for potato and sugar beet, yeah. What about this one? Also, okay, so the... What's the difference? So this one is horizontal grid and this one is vertical. Price is the same. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with vertical telehandler, so it's 3 cubic meters. Cool. It seems that I just can't keep myself from spending money. Cool. And an awesome thing is that you can see through your bucket, so you can load your beet and potatoes easily, and you know how much your bucket is full, and you also know when it's empty. And I think this also helps to reduce the dirt, you know. If you have soil still on your beet or on your potatoes, it simply falls down. It doesn't get caught in the bucket and then transported to where you put it. Right, I forgot. I need to clear out the shed. I still have the front loader in for that tractor. Careful now. Let me take this out. Oh, I have a tool already on the front loader. Okay, I seem to have missed that. So let me put this stuff here. All this shunting around is taking so much time. Time I should be spent harvesting and transporting the beet from the field, I'm wasting here. I wanna drive over the beet. So this should be enough out of the way. Now let's see how this goes. I really hope it's gonna work. Otherwise we can put some in one shed and the rest in the other shed if need be. Yeah, the second load I'm gonna unload in a better position, because this one was kind of improvised. I didn't really have a plan, so I just dumped it in the middle. Okay, so if the trailer has 22,000 liters and this bucket has 3, this will gonna take us 7 and a bit loads. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a great storage for this sugar beet.
We are heroes tonight, yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight, yeah. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
So bringing in another trailer load of sugar beet. And I think I'm not gonna even fill another trailer, so I'll hopefully be able to fit everything into this barn. Because, yeah, it's getting pretty full. And it's not really designed to hold this much of product, so... yeah, I just hope it's gonna fit in. This trailer has some really fast hydraulics. And empty. Okay, so this is what we have left on the field. Probably 2, maybe 3 more passes, and just a tiny bit over there that I missed. So let's continue our overloading. And I should have turned off the machine, man. I think it just ticked over an hour. Judging on my bank account, it's like 3,000 less than it was. Oh well. Okay. Let me lift this up. So now when we have a field as empty as this, it's fairly easy to turn around and you can do your stuff quickly. Yeah, so it's gonna be one more pass back. There's just a little bit left over there, a few liters. So this took a while. Now I remember why I don't do root crops as much as I do other crops. Maybe if I would have a field more open like that one in front, and I would put a worker on, maybe that would be a better idea. But I definitely can't do it in a field that is enclosed by trees like this one is. So yeah, that field might work. So counting, I have emptied 2 whole trailers, 3 whole trailers, and I think it was 3. So that's 3 times 22,000. And there's just a little bit left over here. Yeah, 3 times 22,000. And the rest is going to be in the trailer now. So that's 5,000, and I think that's another 4 in the machine, in the harvester. So that's gonna be around 72,000 liters of sugar beet, which I think is a very good yield considering this is not a huge field. But as I've said, root crops give you so much volume from a little acreage. Okay, I'm gonna turn the tractor off. Now I just have to make my way back with 9,334 liters. And I have to put everything under cover. And then in between the episodes I'm gonna return the sugar beet harvester. I'm going to set up the tractor, the Valtra, for mowing, and I'm gonna have to hit the fields. The meadows need cutting because I need to make one more batch of hay before the winter comes. Yeah, struggle much. And this one isn't even fully loaded, more than half empty. Yeah, so I need to cut the meadows because I need to make another batch of hay before the winter comes. So we're gonna have enough materials to feed our cows throughout the winter and up until the next season, I hope. Okay, so the ending of this video is gonna be a time lapse. I'm gonna be putting everything under cover with the telehandler, and this will be it. So I would like to thank you for watching. I hope you had fun, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.